we are out in the middle of, one, nowhere. I mean, this is the west coast of Norway. I've built studios in San Francisco and Seattle and New York and LA, and that's the center of the world for that kind of thing. This is really cool because you can fly in and stay. And the reason why it's so unique is just its location. We are literally out exposed to that sea.
Look for love when you see all the signs. Everything's so right, and you're supposed to feel fine.
Studioet her på Giske, det heter et utspring av The Margarets, som startet for, det er vel nesten 20 år siden. Og etter en del år så fant de ut at de ville lage studio her på Giske, og da ble det sett opp et studio i et naust litt lenger borti her nå, og som det ble gjort en del deres innspillinger og en del eksterne innspillinger.
The biggest problem we faced was location. Here we are faced with all kinds of climate and environmental. You got waves, you got wind, you've got storms. And so really the biggest challenge was to keep the sound from outside bugging what was going to happen inside. That's why everything's doubled. This is basically a building. And then when we were done with the building, we had to build a building inside the building. But we've got double windows, double walls, more rock wool than I ever want to see again in my life. And that was the biggest exterior consideration. The roof on the building being sod grass is perfect. You've got 2 layers of dirt, and dirt is great for soundproofing. The big thing for the inside was the glass. One thing Anta and Arvid said the whole time was, you mess with my view, I kill you. And so we really had to make sure that we could see outside. It was really important. And glass is acoustic's worst enemy because it sounds horrible. It usually goes ping. It also has a reflective property that if you have right angles, it will rattle like a ping pong ball. You'll hear it go tick, 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 tick.
Det er jo liksom beliggenheten her som er X-en her, ikke sant? Det må liksom ligge med sjø, folk må ha litt kjenne den her kunstneriske følelsen, godfølelsen når de gjør og skal spille inn.
Ja, jeg tror det er grunnen til at mange artister kommer hit. Vi begynner å få et bra rykte nå, og vi har gjort en del plater som artister kanskje har hørt på ting som vi har gjort, og selv om vi er ferske, og mange av platene som vi kanskje har spilt den her for 1,5 år siden, kanskje kommer nå da i vår, for eksempel. Men vi begynner å få høre liksom at ja, de likte det vi gjorde på det, og sånn og sånn.
One thing I love about this place is the vibe is incredible. It's like being on vacation. You just come in here and you are focus on what your task is, which is really it's got to be a home. Studios have to be a home. I hate the LA studios that are just sterile. You are feeling pressure. You're paying large money for an hour. You've got all the whole LA vibe going on, which is really high energy. And this is just really cool the way you can just come in, lock the door behind you, put some food and some beer in that fridge, and play.
Når artister kommer her nå, så er det litt spesielt når du skal hente deg på flyplassen, og det er mørkt kanskje, og venter, og du kjører hit ut, og ja, det er litt sånn skeptisk på en måte da. De har jo sett det på webside og litt sånt, det er jo akkurat sånn du kommer til Syden, det er ikke alltid sånn som du håper og tror. Men når du kommer inn her, på se huset, blir jeg helt overrasket, og når det lysner av i dag, så blir det helt slått i bakken, vet du. Og du ser noen japanere her, ikke sant, de bruker det tekno i hvert fall 7000 bilder i løpet av hver vike.
It was one of the hardest studios I've ever designed. And we still mess with it. It's constantly being messed with. We're constantly tuning it and tweaking it. And we're not going to please everybody. I had some people in here 6 months ago, right before we did some acoustic work in the studio, and I said, yeah, we're going to dampen it down a little bit so it's a little more under control. And she was like, oh, but I like the way it sounds right now. And then you've got other guys going, God, if you dampened it down, I'd bring more work in here. So it's just, you got to kind of find the middle and go with it.
Sitte og se ut på arkene og liksom, og bølgene, og Det var helt fantastisk. Det som var ferie hver dag å være her. Så, kan egentlig tenke meg en bedre plass å bygge et studio, egentlig.
So, you know, when you're sitting here in January and the world is raging outside, it's really neat because you can't hear it in here. You could record a nice quiet piano passage and Mother Nature would be just whipping it up out there. And that's why it is so unique to many studios. I mean, I've done one where we thought we had a location that was really exotic and really cool, but you come out here and you stand anywhere and you've got a water view. You know, it's so cool. So it really worked well.
You played all your cards. There's nothing up your sleeve, and you're dreaming of a new start. What you'll find is what you're looking for. Nothing less, nothing more. So hold on, 'cause the time is